I'm Kevin Shaw, and you're watching Long Haul. Hey kids, like to play with sharp tools? On today's episode of The Long Haul, we're actually going to do something a little different. We're actually going to do an installation of some Mid-Sponsons for the new Kawasaki 1500 SX-R. These are Mid-Sponsons from JC Racing. They go right about here, and what they do is that they help when you're in a really tight corner. These Mid-Sponsons, as they install, are going to help this rail bite a little bit harder and keep a nice true corner. We're going to show you how to install them. We're going to talk a little bit about these guys, and then we're going to show you how they work on the water. And the tools you're going to need are pretty simple. We're going to show you some pictures. Basically just an electric drill, 2 drill bits, one for a pilot hole and one for your regular hole. And then obviously measuring tape. We use a white pen marker and a punch and a hammer. Really, really simple stuff. You're not drilling into your ski real bad. And in fact, if you want to take them off, all you need are some black Kawasaki rivets that go right back into the bond rail, and they fill up, and you won't even know you did anything. So it's a pretty stealthy installation, and it went pretty quick. We already did the one side. We're going to show you how to do it on this side, and it's going to go pretty easy. For those of you in the West Coast jet ski scene, you might know the name Jason Carlton. Jason is a former world champion. He's an experienced SXR racer. He purchased one of the new 1500 SXRs this year, and like any good hot rodder, he can't leave anything well enough alone. Jason, believe it or not, is an actual rocket scientist. He works in the aerospace industry. He does a lot of CAD design and digital design and 3D printing. He's working on, quite literally working on parts for the Mars rover project, as well as satellites and other really neat space program stuff. We talked to Jason a couple months ago. He very quickly melted our brain when it came to the hydrodynamics of his Mid-Sponson and all the other different additions that he's made to his SXR. We, of course, were very interested, and so he sent us out a set of his Mid-Sponsons. The Mid-Sponson attaches right here on the inside of the bond rail, and what it helps do is that when the ski is in a really tight, aggressive churn, you got a lot of weight of the rider over this side, and the ski is riding on that rail. The Mid-Sponson is going to actually help, like a track, bite into the water and help keep that ski planted in that really tight apex churn. Admittedly, I'm not good enough of a rider to really get the most out of these Mid-Sponsons. We're also going to reach out to a friend of ours at Team Faith and really put this SXR through the test with the new sponsons on. So we're going to show you how to install them, and it's a pretty easy process. So first, we take our drill. We're going to drill out this rivet right here. Because even though we don't necessarily need to mark it because it's already present, this guy right there is 28 inches from the back of our rail. Here we go. You want to be real careful that when you take your drill, you don't go too far in, you don't cut or mar the actual hull itself. You should be pretty aware that you only need to go an inch or two in. So here's what we're going to do. To help mark, the instructions ask that we start in the middle section. As you can see, the JC Racing Mid-Sponson allows for 3 positions. You can go all the way forward, you can even scoot it back. It has a lot of play that you can move with. So what we're going to do, just temporarily, We're going to thread this in because these billet pieces are actually pre-threaded. So you don't need a lock nut or anything like that on the back of this. So when we have it lined up and through the hole, what this allows us to do, it allows us, because we're in the middle, we want to mark the middle here, we're going to etch it with a nice sharp etching tool. This way we get a nice mark right there. Now, take a punch, mark our location. Then we're going to take our small bit and use that as our pilot. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. All we need to do, back this out. Just going to feed it through. Alright, with our Allen head screws already started, we're going to start cranking down our machine screws. There we are. And going nice. And there we are. We got some really nice Mid-Sponsons installed, and once we get out on the water, we do a little bit of testing. We find where our happy place is, where we're a little more comfortable with the ski. They recommend that you back everything off and then you take some marine grade silicone and you just silicone the inside of the screws so that way they stay nice and sealed up and you won't have a problem. They won't back out. You can go out and you can do some fun riding.
I'm Gary Patterson of Team Faith Racing. I race C2HX for Team Faith. I also crew chief for them. With the JC Racing, the Mid-Sponsons on, you can feel it in the turns. You can feel it want to pull the boat, try to keep the boat level, try to make it rail so it doesn't want to roll the boat over. I can feel it when I come around you. Didn't matter how I tried to shift my weight, it tried to keep that boat stable in the water. Did really well. Without them, I don't doubt the least bit it'd want the boat to try to dip and just roll on over. I could feel it pull the boat up, which was great because I didn't expect it because I didn't ride it prior to, so I was trying to stay up and it about threw me back over. So it did really well.
I'm Kevin Shaw and you've been watching Long Haul. Make sure to check us out Monday through Friday at www.watercraftjournal.com.